Alright, today we're going to kind of show you guys some basic tools. These are types of pans you can use the pan with. You can use black ones, the green ones, they're plastic. You can buy them online. They're pretty inexpensive. Most people use these type of things right now. There are some metal pans out there that you can use. If you use a metal pan, it comes like a silverish color. You take it, put it over a flame, let the smoke kind of soot it up, and scratch it up a little bit, and it seems to work really well. These are concentrators. What you do is you pour your material into this and shake it around. As you shake it around, the smaller stuff comes through, and you can go through smaller concentrators, get it down to really small size, and I'll show you why we do that. It just makes it easier to pan. You don't have to deal with big rocks and throw them out of the way and get that stuff out of the way. You right down to the material you're going to use. Here's another thing that we use out there. These little homemade sluices. You can buy them online. This one we made. Take a look at it. It's made out of PVC pipe. We went down to Home Depot and purchased some PVC pipe, made a little rack for it to sit in. You can see this is just drain tile. We cut it in half. Regular drain tile you see coming out of the side of houses. You can pick this stuff up at any hardware store. We use little zip ties to attach it. Underneath there's two little braces that keeps it flat, so when the water goes in there it stays flat. It doesn't bow down. You'll put this in a creek or a stream. Kind of on a nice, let me show you really quick here. You know, if you get it on a decent angle, as the water comes through it, it moves all the big material out of the way. The heavier, denser materials tend to settle down into the little grooves. You can see these little grooves here. It tends to settle down in there. You take that stuff out, pull that stuff out of there, and go ahead and put it in your pan, and you can pan it. Alright. This is a Desert Fox spiral panner. This is completely closed in the packaging that it comes in. Makes it very easy to carry into the woods, out into the streams, wherever you're going to be working. If you're doing out in the desert area somewhere, if you're anywhere that you have to walk a long distance, this is the perfect tool for it if you want to use spiral panners. Side view of the spiral panner, you can see there's a small hole there. What people do is they'll put a little clip there with two little straps. You can strap this thing up on your back, carry it into the woods along with your pans and your sluices. The lid off, all the parts and pieces are inside. I'll pull these out and you get to see them. This is a little catch cup, and we'll show you what that does in a little bit. This is a catch pan that sits down on the front of it that catches all the material that washes out of this pan. Here's your spiral pan. We'll show you how this works in a little bit. Alright, and here's your pump and your water system. Alright, a lot of times what I do is I just run it through a couple times. Just turn the water up just a little bit. Got some extra bigger stuff coming up top here. And angle just a hair. And like I said, I'll run this stuff through a couple times just to see. You never know, you can miss stuff. Your angle's not set right. It's not going to go through. Another reason why you want to take and classify it down to the smallest that you can find. That way you don't have to deal with these rocks coming up here. Rocks tend to get caught up in this and stuff. Any gold or black sand that you have flowing through. This is called a Desert Fox spiral panning machine. You can look these up online. They run about $300, $350, somewhere in that range. You can buy them used sometimes. Very few people that have them sell them. But if you get lucky and find one, you're good to go. Okay, we'll let this little bit of dirt pan through, and then we'll go ahead and check the back. Now if you're coming into big, large nuggets and chunks, wherever it is that you're panning, you're going to find they're really going to stick out in this little cup in the back. But if you have smaller stuff, which is what we have here, you're going to want to run this stuff through the pan as well by hand. It just kind of breaks out the big stuff from the little stuff. I always like to pan my dirt several times, that way you make sure you get it all. Now we got it moving up top there. Like I said, I'll go through all this dirt, and I'll look at all the little rocks, make sure there's no gold there that we're missing, and good to go. All right, let's take a look here. Now we shut it down. What I do is I pull this cup off the back. And in this cup, what happens is your black sand comes up and your gold falls through these little cracks and fills into this cup. Now you get some rocks and pebbles. Like I said, you really want to classify it down smaller than what we did here, but this stuff you definitely want to pan. You will find gold in here if the gold is present in the sample. Alright, that's it this week on Rock Raiders. Remember to always ask permission to go on someone's property. Always respect their property, and always remember to clean up after yourself.